it's me, AkashaWolf, and today is Tarot Tuesday, the video series where I film on Tuesday and the video makes it out on Wednesday. I'm so sorry why that keeps on happening. It was Valentine's Day, so that's my excuse, and I haven't pre-filmed anything. I keep on talking about I haven't done it yet, but I plan on doing that this week, hopefully. I have some stuff set up. For Thursday I'm going to be talking about love spells because I'm getting a lot of questions about them. And I have a lot to say about them. I've been wanting to talk about them for a while. And I also have obsidian for crystals, my next crystal video. This week's video for Tarot Tuesday is going to be short, sweet, and simple, hopefully, because I'm going to be talking about the major and minor arcana. What I mean by that is I'm talking about the major arcana as in being the 22 cards, that's like, you know, Temperance, the Devil, Priestess, Magician, and then the minor arcana being the 56 cards of a tarot deck. Now, the 56 cards of the tarot deck, which is the minor arcana, also known as lesser arcana, they resemble a regular deck of playing cards. Like, you have 14 different cards for a bunch of different suits, so they go from 1 to 10, and then, you know, of course, King, Queen, Knight, you know, etc. There's 4 different suits, which is Cups, Pentacles, Swords, and Wands. It's basically similar to, you know, Spades, Hearts, Clubs, playing deck, but they're not used in the same way. Traditionally, the major arcana is seen as the bigger details. Like, when you receive a card from the major arcana in a reading, it usually holds a large, big message, and the minor arcana holds the details to that large message itself. Now, some psychics may disagree because we all pick up different things from different cards. Some cards seem more significant to us than others, and there's a lot of minor arcana cards that I've seen myself that I feel hold more information and more detail, even in a big picture sense, than a card from the major arcana. But in a tarot deck, there will always be a grand total of 76 cards. Always. If you have less than 76 cards, then you might be dealing with an oracle deck. I noticed that oracle decks, they have a lot less cards. Not only that, they don't have all the different suits and stuff. Usually with an oracle deck, they have just one word to represent each card, and each oracle deck has like a theme. You can find tarot cards with themes as well, like the dragon deck, mermaid deck. I have a lot of those kinds of decks. Like, I really love working with my dragon deck, my mermaids. I think those are like the only 2 decks I really love to work with. I also have this one clear deck that I really love, and it's very, very simple, but usually simple is a lot harder. You have to really rely on your abilities when it comes to tarot decks that have less, you know, pictures and stuff. The deck that I did start out with was my mermaid deck, and it had a lot of pictures, a lot of colors, a lot of different things that I could pick up on. And over time I was able to get to a very simple deck and just go more on my abilities than using the cards so much. But I'm not trying to talk you out of doing that. I'm just using it as kind of like an example and something to think about when you pick out your decks. As a beginner, it's very important for you to pick a deck that calls to you, because if you pick the traditional Rider-Waite deck, then you might not do so well because it is a very traditional deck and it might not just fit you. You really need to pick something that calls to you. It doesn't always have to represent that. We all have a different way we interpret cards. It might mean something totally different for somebody else, and that's why this tarot series is going to be very difficult, because we all interpret cards differently. With this series, I do hope to actually give you some form of information that can help you as a beginner, but you will come to notice as you practice reading tarot that you're going to start to see other things that connect with you in a particular way, because we all make different connections. We don't all have the exact same type of connection. We don't all relate to the same things, if that makes any sense. If there's any particular questions you have about the major and minor arcana, like them as separate things, please let me know down in the comments. There's not much information and such a big difference between the two, and even if there is information, it's more so it's more to where you have to go based on what you feel, and that's something that I'm going to talk about a lot during this series. Alright, so let's get to the cards from last week. This is going to be very general, you guys, because, you know, everyone is different, and if I was working with you guys individually, it would be probably in more depth. First card is Knave of Pentacles. If you picked card A, then what this card is saying, there is stuff happening around you, a distraction. It's distracting you from getting what will benefit you. Being money or love, something else is distracting you. So there's something that you're doing that is pulling you away from what you truly want. And this could be a job or another individual pointing you in a different direction. If you picked card B, this one is Seven of Cups or Seven of Chalice, and you're being presented with a bunch of different opportunities, a bunch of different paths. You could be getting offers for particular things or a place to go. You have a lot of decision making happening right now. You have to decide from what you want to what you actually need, and you're having a very difficult time understanding which one is which one you need and which one you actually just want. And you always need to go for what you need. Knight of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, this might represent an individual in your life, but for others, it might be something that you're seeking right now. This could be an individual that you're seeking. Maybe love or an individual to help support you in some endeavor that you have. And for those of you who it represents a particular individual, this is an individual who knows things about you or knows things about someone around you that you are not paying attention to. They are informing you of this individual's ways, I guess. Sorry if like this one seems a little too direct to somebody, but I don't know why, that's just what I'm kind of getting. But they're telling you something about somebody and you're just not seeing it, and they're trying to get you to see it. So I hope those cards connected to you. It's very difficult to do something like this. This is, I think, the second time I've attempted like doing a kind of reading for a bunch of people at the same time, which is weird. But hopefully this week's set of cards will help make connections with those cards or make a better connection with you. So I hope that was helpful. Please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe so that you can be a member of the Wolf Pack.